The new season of the GBL is here. We've got new moves, buffed moves, and newly available moves to talk about. Which Pokemon will see new relevance, and who's taking a nosedive? Well, join us as we detail all that and more in the World of Wonders update of the GBL. Welcome back, everyone. Diving right into things, first let's talk about the brand new moves, and we've got 3 new fast moves to talk about. Up first is Metal Sound, a 2-turn fast move that deals 3 damage and generates 8 energy, which is similar to moves like Mud Shot and Fairy Wind, but 1 energy behind those moves. That makes this move really mediocre, and honestly, none of its new users really want the move. Even Pokemon like Bronzong and Wormadam, who could benefit from a new fast move, don't really want Metal Sound. Now the question then becomes, why would they introduce such a mediocre move at all? Well, my theory is that this move will be used on Aegislash when it arrives, replacing its current Data Mine fast moves, Psycho Cut and Fury Cutter. This would prevent it from being too overbearing, while still allowing it to perform really well. Moving on though, we have Psywave, a Psychic type 1-turn fast move that deals 3 damage and generates 2 energy. Honestly, I don't know what they were thinking with this one. This move is the same as Tackle before it was buffed a few seasons back, so a clone of the awful move that everyone clowned on. And unlike Metal Sound, I don't really see much reason to have Psywave be a poor move, seeing that all its potential users really don't need to be handicaps like Aegislash. It's just pretty bad. And lastly, we have Sand Attack, another 1-turn fast move that deals 2 damage and generates 4 energy, making it a clone of Fury Cutter. This attack will be given to the Sandshrew line, Alolan Diglett line, Zigzagoon line, Trapinch line, Cacnea line, Starly line, Hippopotas line, Lillipup line, Furfrou, and the Sandygast line. Overall though, I don't think this will make any substantial differences for many of these Pokemon, with most having better moves like Sandslash, Flygon, and Palossand all having Mud Shot. But I do think this will give more use to Hippowdon, perhaps in Master Premier. It's got really good charged moves, just lacking a spammier fast move, and this is it. Now though, let's take a look at all the moves that had their stats tweaked, and in this season, it's all buffs. Up first we have Shadow Bone, the exclusive move of Alolan Marowak, being buffed back to 80 power. Over 3 years ago, the move was nerfed from 80 power to 75, so it's nice to see it back to its former glory, and Alolan Marowak needs all the help it can get in a water-heavy meta. Speaking of water, Water Pulse, a notoriously bad water-charged move, was buffed, now being 55 energy for 80 power, which is an improvement, though still fairly bad. This gives Walrein, Gastrodon, Mantine, Dugong all a slightly better water move, but also not really. And also, this move is being added to Araquanid, though I think Bubble Beam may still be the move it prefers. And another water move getting a buff is Aqua Tail, which is having its damage pushed from 50 to 55, essentially making it a clone of Weather Ball. Now I think this buff will definitely have an impact, with Pokemon like Quagsire, Dragalge, Drapion, and Gyarados getting a little more punch. Goodra will also be given this move, giving it some nice coverage in the Master Premier format. But even more notably, Origin Palkia, who just joined the Master League, will now pack even more punch, further solidifying its place in the upper league. There is another move receiving the exact same buff, being Cross Chop, which also goes up to 55 damage. This isn't as significant of a buff, but I still think it will help several Pokemon, including Machamp, Obstagoon, and maybe Primeape. Now one more move we're seeing that's getting a buff is Brick Break, a previously underwhelming fighting type move that was mostly just filler on Pokemon's movesets. Now though, the move costs 5 more energy, but also has a guaranteed defense debuff for the opponent, making it a clone of Poison Fang, which is nice. This will give a little more utility to Pokemon like Hakamoto, Gogoat, and Raichu. And also, on the move distribution side of things, this move is being given to Throw, Sock, Crocodile, Crabrawler, Crabominable, and Kommo-o. I don't think this will be too big for any of them, but it's still a welcome change overall. Next up though, let's cover the rest of the move distribution updates. First up we have Steel Wing and Empoleon, and this is one I was really hoping for after we saw Steel Wing buffed last season. I mean, tell me Empoleon isn't meant to have that move. But overall, this is a great addition for Empoleon, giving it better energy gain so it can get to its charged moves a lot quicker than before, and get some additional mileage out of its steel typing. While I think Waterfall may still have some use in cups, I think Steel Wing will definitely be the best move going forward. And keeping in the theme of water starters getting new fast moves, Feraligatr now gets access to Shadow Claw. Now this gives Feraligatr a nice needed coverage move for PvP, letting it hit the various ghost and psychic types harder. But more importantly, Shadow Claw allows Feraligatr to spam its charged moves much more frequently, giving it a ton of pressure. It's still not the bulkiest Pokemon, but I definitely think Feraligatr will feel much stronger and spammier, which will be nice. Another fast move addition comes with Psycho Cut on Gallade. This move gives Gallade a ton of extra energy, making it the spammiest user of Leaf Blade, getting to it every 4 Psycho Cuts. Now this will be great for it, but Gallade is still a really glassy Pokemon, so I don't expect it to be the next big thing. Still though, it's something to look out for. And last up, we have some permanent Legacy move additions being added to Pokemon's regular movesets. Moves like Mudshot on Golem and Bullet Seed on Lileep were once available, but were entirely removed from their movesets, so unless if you had the move already on the Pokemon, you couldn't even Elite TM it. But now they're making these true Legacy moves proper move additions to each's moveset. Now, not many of these are noteworthy, but I'll give a shout out to Bullet Seed Lileep specifically. I'd still say it performs worse than Cradily in the Great League, but it is now a viable option, and it's much more of a threat in the Little Cup now. These additions may not be huge, but making permanent Legacy moves widely available is still a good thing. Now with all these changes and updates, what's my prediction for this season's meta? Well honestly, I don't think we'll see any super significant changes overall. For the Great League, the meta already revolves around the water type, and buffing Araquanid, Quagsire, Feraligatr, and Empoleon is really just going to add more of the same to the meta. If anything, I think it'll solidify water counters like Dragonair and Charjabug into the Great League meta. In the Ultra League, I don't see too much different either. I think Feraligatr, Empoleon, and maybe Gallade will see a lot more use, but the core meta will likely remain similar overall. And for the Master League, things have obviously been shaken up a lot the past month or so, with Landorus getting Sandsear Storm and the arrival of Origin Dialga and Palkia. I don't think the meta will be that much different with the new season, but Origin Palkia will definitely be stronger with its buffed Aquatail, which will help it coverage-wise. Overall though, I'm not really sure how to feel about this season. There's some great changes here, but I feel like Niantic keeps buffing water types in an already water-heavy meta, which seems a bit unnecessary to me. I'd rather see other types get some love like Bug or Fire, or especially Grass and Electric to tone down some of the various water types. Let me know your thoughts on these changes though. Are you a fan of anything in particular, or are there any updates you wish we saw? Drop a comment down below and let us know. And until next time, thank you all so much for watching, and we wish you the best of luck in the World of Wonders season.